Hello everyone, happy Friday the 13th and a special happy Friday the 13th today because it is June 13th and we got a house announcement. The Jason Universe coming to Halloween Horror Nights, both Orlando and Hollywood for Halloween Horror Nights 2025. So yes, it is a hectic day today because it is Friday the 13th as I'm filming this. And we got our second official house announcement. Yes, we have Five Nights at Freddy's that's floating out there, probably going to be a house announcement, but that doesn't count yet. Official house announcements, we now have Fallout and Jason Universe. So I'm gonna talk about the press release, I'm gonna talk about the little video that they put out, and talk about the preview merch that we saw at Universal Orlando today, plus talk about some rumors about what's coming up next. But before we get into all of that, I do need to introduce myself just in case this is the first video of mine that you're ever seen. Hi, I am Liz. I am a die-hard Halloween Horror Nights fan. I have been attending the event here in Orlando since 2001. And here on my channel, I talk about all of the news, rumors, speculation, and come the fall, I vlog in the fog at Halloween Horror Nights Orlando. So last year I went 25 nights. Who knows how many nights I'll go this year? But it's shaping up to be an interesting one. So thank you for watching. And if you like Halloween Horror Nights, if you like spooky content, make sure to subscribe. For my loyal viewers, welcome back. It's Friday the 13th and we've got news to talk about. Let's get into it. So last week we found out that our first house for HHN 2025 is going to be Fallout. I have started watching the show. I am 2 episodes in. But in that video I said hopefully I would be back this week to talk about a special announcement on Friday the 13th, and thankfully the Universal social media team and the powers that be delivered, and we got a Jason house announcement today on Friday the 13th, very appropriately. So we got a teaser video that shows Camp Crystal Lake on the wall and some ominous clips of Jason, but the press release definitely gives us some more info, so let's reference that. So here's the press release for Jason Universe. For 45 years, Jason has tormented audiences worldwide and is considered one of the most notorious villains in cinematic history. This fall, the twisted creative minds behind Halloween Horror Nights pay homage to the machete-wielding slasher in a horrifying haunted house that reawakens the legend to terrify old and new fans alike. Jason Universe will take Halloween Horror Nights guests on a vengeance tour throughout the summer camp to see where it all began, from the creaking floorboards of Jason's ramshackle cabin to the decaying main lodge and the eerie forest that offers no refuge for his victims. Around every corner, fans will be inundated with infamous killer moments from Jason's heinous homicidal career as he taunts and stalks his victims who learn too late that the legend is real. So there's our tie-in for Jason Universe. Now, as I've said in my previous videos, I am actually very excited for this IP because it has been so long since we've seen Jason at the event, and even longer time since Jason's had his own house. So the last time Jason was at HHN Orlando was in 2015. That was the Freddy vs. Jason house, which was a stellar IP in a stellar year. And then prior to that, in 2007, Jason had his own house called Camp Blood. This was a year where Jack was the icon and we had Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Jason, and Freddy as the IP co-icons, we'll say, of the year, where Jack was back and he brought these slasher icons to the event. And that's the last time that Jason had a standalone house. So I know for a lot of fans out there, 2007 is far earlier than most have attended, and even 2015, now that's 10 years ago. I know there's a lot of new fans since then. So I have a feeling this is going to be a very high demand house. I think Jason is just a classic horror icon that will draw crowds. So it's a nice balance at the moment of having very new properties in Five Nights at Freddy's and Fallout. The show is a new property, at least. The game has been around for a really, really, really long time. But those are kind of newer audiences, and then Jason is just classic horror. So I'm excited to see how they pull this together. I know that the Jason franchise has a lot of legal battles around it, And so I'm sure they're kind of having to tiptoe around those to put this together. But it sounds like it's going to be a best of Jason house. And we're gonna get to see some of the iconic scenes, see some iconic kills, and of course, Jason is just always intimidating. He's one of those slashers where they're gonna cast very tall, ominous guys to be Jason, and he just brings those scares no matter what. So if the rumors are true, then this one will be in the Fast and Furious queue, and I think that works. Like I said in a previous video, the past Jason standalone house was in the Jaws queue, and that queue was kind of half inside, half outside, just like Fast and Furious. So I think it will work for a campground setting, and however they're gonna structure the tent for this year, I think that is a good place to put it. I do think since it's Friday the 13th, if I manage to have any time this evening between editing my video, recording the podcast, doing all those kind of things, if I have any time tonight, I think I'm going to watch the original Friday the 13th movie tonight, just to celebrate the date and get hyped for Halloween this fall. So let me know what you think of Jason Universe, what you'd like to see in the house, and if you think this one is near the top of your anticipated list for this year. Now, because we got an announcement, of course, we also got merch to go with the announcement. So Ash was there in the park again today and took these pictures of the shirt and the mug, and of course the new piece to add to the stained glass window, which I purchased the other day when I was there. So I have it right back here. I have the one Fallout piece in there, and now I need to add Jason in there as well. I actually really love this shirt. I saw the Fallout shirt in person, didn't really feel like I needed it, but that Jason shirt I feel like I need. The mug, it's the shirt all over again. Solid piece, nothing I need, but I definitely need that stained glass piece, and I think I need that shirt. Now, I did try to look at that video and see if there was a flower hidden in it, just like the daisy was hidden in Fallout, but unfortunately I did not see a flower hidden in there. So if you guys saw it, let me know down below, but I think my theory about the flowers being hidden in the teasers might be incorrect. So I don't know. If it is in fact in the Fast and the Furious queue, let me look up and see what the code name would have been. But if I have my list right, then the Fast and Furious queue should be Jasmine. So that's all we have for the Halloween Horror Nights news, but I want to talk a little bit about speculation, because here we are, we now have 2 of the houses. We are expecting 3 more IPs and 5 more originals. And if you're wondering why I say that, it's because 1, the rumors, we had 5 IPs and 5 originals in the rumors, but 2, this stained glass window has 5 spots. And considering that they're releasing IPs to go in these spots, I'm expecting 5 IP puzzle pieces to go into this window. So we've got 2 so far, 3 IPs to go. We know one of those is gonna be Five Nights at Freddy's. The other 2 we're expecting to be the WWE house and Terrifier. That's what I'm expecting for the last 2. As far as I know, the originals haven't shifted from the last rumors map we got. Obviously there'll be more details coming, but I think those originals we were talking about the last time seem to be locking in. So the question is, what announcement do we get next? And what I know for sure is that Halloween Horror Nights has a panel at Spooky Empire next Friday. So if I were a betting woman, I would set your clocks for next Friday evening to see social media blow up with people posting whatever they announce at the panel. The panel is next Friday at 5 p.m. at Spooky Empire. And I know Ash will be out there for our IP Tour podcast. So if you don't follow our podcast on Twitter or Instagram, make sure to follow those, because Ash is going to be posting immediately with whatever they announce. And I suspect it will be an original, because that's what they did last year. Last year we got Slaughter Cinema 2 announced. Because these panels are made for fans and not the general public, I suspect they will announce an original, because they know that's our bread and butter. That's what we love so much. So stay tuned next Friday for, I suspect, an announcement around 5 or 5:30 p.m. whenever they get to the point where they decide to release the information. And then expect a video from me likely on Saturday, because I'm gonna need a little time to turn that video around. So that's it for today. But go ahead and mark your calendars for next Saturday because I suspect I will be right back here talking to you about an original house that was announced at Spooky Empire next Saturday morning. So until then, stay safe and stay spooky. Bye.